Alright, guys, so I am continuing on with part 4 of my review for TMNT Mutant Mayhem. And in this shot, you can see one of the rifles that Cynthia Utrom's troops actually used, and April has an idea to basically take out Superfly's leg, and hopefully her plan will be successful and she can stop Superfly. So the turtles and the mighty mutanimals, they end up swimming across to where Superfly is, and pretty cool shot here with them and the turtles, and the rap song Ante Up is actually playing in the background. Really cool shot. So Raphael takes aim, and unfortunately it doesn't go according to plan. As you can see here in this shot, Michelangelo has two black eyes. Superfly basically just starts throwing cars left and right, start injuring the turtles, and here you can see Raphael basically saying, what can we do? Superfly's too strong. There's no way to stop him. And then all over New York, it says that the city is under attack by mutants. They basically paint the turtles out to be the villains. And they're all in shock. Donatello, his glasses are broken. Leonardo actually comes in contact with a mother and her daughter, and they're just terrified. They end up running away. And Donatello says, it's worse than being known as the villains. We're known as monsters. What can we do? And Leonardo says, when push comes to shove, we're still a family. And he basically says, if we all work together, we can stop Superfly. And he tells Michelangelo, you be the improviser. And, he goes up to Donatello and he says, come on, Donatello, you have a big brain. What would you do? And Donatello says, hey, this is just like from the anime Attack on Titan. Superfly has a weakness in the back of his neck, just like the Titans. Maybe if we drop the anti-mutagen in the back of his neck, it'll demutate him. So the turtles come up with a plan to, take their plan into action. He tells Raphael, hey, you're the crazy one. Get fired up. Get your head in gear. And there's a nice little shot here with Raphael talking to Leonardo saying, hey, you actually sounded pretty cool for once. You actually sounded like a leader. So then April gets an idea to go to the Channel 6 news building to basically tell the humans, we all need to work together to stop this monster. If we don't, New York is doomed. And then there's this news broadcaster that basically is, telling New York that the turtles and the mutants are causing mutant mayhem, basically. So that's a nice little Easter egg. And then, April actually gets in front of the camera, gains some courage and says, hey, everybody, we have a plan. Let's all get our heads together and stop Superfly from destroying the city. And actually, Michelangelo is the one who got picked to, dump the anti-mutagen into Superfly, but unfortunately, Superfly is too strong. He ends up overpowering the turtles, and you can actually see from this shot here, he's actually cracking their shells literally like a pistachio. And, Splinter tries to save his sons, but once again, Superfly is too powerful. He you can see him right here. Splinter's beaten. Like, there's nothing that he can do. His leg and his arm's all messed up. And then out from the shadows, who emerges? None other than Kevin Eastman. So yeah, Kevin Eastman has a really cool cameo. He says, "Hey, you don't have to be afraid of us humans. Like, we'll help you." And so the humans help up Splinter, and Splinter tells them, "Hey, please take this anti-mutagen to my boys, and we can stop Superfly." So you have Genghis Frog here, and he's helping Kevin Eastman cross the street because the street's all torn up by Superfly. He actually uses his tongue to swing him across to safety. And then Kevin Eastman throws the anti-mutagen to a taxi driver, and then the taxi is then picked up by Wingnut and Scumbug. And unfortunately, Superfly ends up knocking the taxi down, so then the taxi is then saved by Bebop and Rocksteady, and then they toss the anti-mutagen to Mondo Gecko, who then tosses it to a construction worker, and they try to swing it across. And then here you have some of the construction workers that are damaging Superfly's legs with like bulldozers and construction trucks. And they're basically trying to stall them as long as they can. And then who then tosses it to Donatello, and then who then tosses it to Leonardo. And Leonardo is actually the one that ends up stopping Superfly. He ends up slicing the anti-mutagen down, and it ends up falling into the back of Superfly's neck and ends up demutating him. So then the Turtles save the day. They're known as heroes. April O'Neil ends up getting her news report out. Splinter and Scumbug end up becoming a couple. The Mighty Mutanimals, they're deemed as heroes. You have Mondo Gecko and Genghis Frog. They're hanging out in the sewers together, skateboarding. You got Wingnut here reading up on some of Donnie's tech books. Bebop and Rocksteady are here helping move the couch. You got a pretty cool shot here of Leatherhead and Genghis Frog eating a bloomin' onion. And the Turtles, they end up going off to school on their first day of school. Splinter bids them farewell, tells them how much he loves them to enjoy the first day of school. And Leonardo says, "Don't worry, Dad, you don't have to worry about us, we'll be okay." And you get a pretty sad scene here of Michelangelo dropping his bandana. And then they end up walking into school. They're accepted by all the students. On April's locker here, it actually says April O'Hero. And they refer to her as the boss lady. And then there's a post-credit scene. You can see Raphael here joining the wrestling team. Michelangelo doing improv. April O'Neil getting her report out about TCRI. And then the Turtles and April, they all celebrate. They end up going to the school dance together. But behind the scenes, Cynthia Utrom is observing them from afar. And she says, "We got to bring out the heavy guns." And then from the shadows, you can see the Shredder here. He's going to be in the sequel film. And that's basically it. That's the movie. I really enjoyed doing this review for you guys. I really enjoyed the movie. I'm probably going to give it a 9 out of 10. And this is, like I said, a really good animated movie. I can't wait for the 2-season sequel TV series, which is going to appear on Paramount next year. Stay tuned for that, guys. I hope that you enjoy it. And once again, thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Thanks again. Bye.